She got a booty bumper. Me say, my girl, me and you, tirit, na na na, me and you, we dance so, dancing like a Rambo, hey, my lady, we dancing just a lingo, now. You are smart like a telephone. You're dancing on me, girl. Your body like a sponge. Hey, she vibrate like a generator. Hey, na. Yeah, Menimen.
Welcome to Lorba.
Thank you so much. My name is Menimen, man, Mabur man, aka Menimen. I hail from the Kuzos clan, the clan-based music, and that's where I come from. Yeah.
How are you doing, Menimen?
I am very okay and very, very fine, as you can see. Yeah, just chilling.
We know Menimen. Yalla kan zola inu Menimen de zol wahid ya bija. Menimen de ma de nas ketir.
Menimen is it comes from my it's actually my home name, man, Mabur man, and so I picked the man and man to be Menimen. So it's just my nickname, I think.
Okay, you've been quiet until you came back to us with a new song that has been sending waves. Disco Fata Disco.
I haven't been quiet, just that sometimes I don't actually know. You know, we have different markets. Myself, most of my music has been club songs, you know, party songs, and so I think if anything is not in the clubs or maybe the street, then someone will think Menimen is quiet. All over last year, I think from me and you, I've been having. Have you had a song called "It Will End in Tears" before? Yes. So you see, this was one of the release. Although I haven't put much effort on it, I also did something else. Then the Disco Fata came in. All these are songs that are from my upcoming album that I'm planning.
Let's talk about Disco Fata. Let's talk about the concept of the video. Let's start from there.
Disco Fata is, as I told you, I'm a party person. I like creating things that will make people move. I only see that outside my other life. You know, when you sleep, your music is working. You know, because Juba, I think it's only the bigger push is in the nightlife, and so I see every time when I create something around that, it becomes a blow, and so that's where a lot of my music got picked. So Disco Fata was a song we created along when looking at our club Giwala Wajad. So you know, when Disco Fata, there are a lot of vibes around it. And so the video, people complain a lot, but I don't see anything wrong with the video, my brother. Yeah, it's just a simple video, just that it came from a concept of a Jamaican kind of idea, because you know, when Jamaicans are doing such videos, girls are twerking and etc., there'll be no complaints. But you see, when it's a Junubi, it becomes something else. So I just saw the complaints, yes, but I don't have a problem with it.
So when you hear someone complain to you about that, about the video, maybe the ladies in the video, the dance moves, the dressing, what does it evoke in you?
You know, when I create this song, I have two goals. One is to make the song popular. When someone talks to me about that, that means they know the song. That means the song is popular. This is one goal that is achieved. The other one is to make sure that we also come to international standard. You know, the international standard right now is where you'll find our outside friends talk about the song. You know, and our friends from outside, artists, that have inboxed me about the song. So the rest of the complaint down there is a complaint from a fan to an artist. It's normal. Yeah.
So now that you're done with the audio and the visuals for Disco Father, what is coming next from Menimen?
Next week, or probably next weekend, I'll have a drop of a video called Melody. There's a song called Melody that I've been working on. I've worked on the video recently when I went to Mombasa, and I'm gonna drop it, I think, next weekend.
Okay.
Yeah.
Besides the video, there's something I've noticed within Juba. It's very difficult to find you performing in most of the shows that are happening around. Tell us about that.
Simply because I've set my standard. You know, Yoruba, you cannot keep on working for years and years minus having standard. The standard we're talking about is the commercial side of the music that we do. Myself, most of the concerts I've set standard from $3,000-$5,000 to $10,000. This is how other artists perform across Africa. You know, we have artists that perform for $100,000 right now. We have artists that perform for $1 million. You know that, right? The likes of Burna Boy and the Wizkid right now. So sometimes at our small capacity, because right now, however much that would talk about being occupying African markets, it's still a dream for us. You know, as South Sudanese, we are fighting for that, but we have not yet reached that capacity. So in this capacity that we have, you set your standard, and so as a person, I set a certain standard. Promoters don't seem to meet it, and so what happens is that I just still until a day. When you see me on stage, one thing that I promise you, every time you see me on stage, even if I perform once a year, I am equal to an artist. I'm even more than an artist that have performed from January to December.
Wow.
I have a concert on 18th, and I could even show you a contract, you know, for a beauty pageant. I am sure an artist that have performed from January to December is the money they collected is more than what I'm getting on that December. So that's what me and my management came up with that. Either you don't get it, you get it, as long as the songs are out. Because we spend, when we are making videos, we spend when we are making people write songs for us. So we also need to value that and be able to have a certain standard.
Okay. Yeah. Now, when it comes to this, of course, the people that come close, the event organizers, what in Juba we commonly refer to as the promoters. So since you came up with that, your value, how has been your interaction and your engagement with these different event organizers?
As a person, I rarely engage with most of the event organizers because I also have a team. I have the management, and so in most cases they would have chat with these people. We have had, you see, when that comes also, it will also come with the introduction of a new life or painfully rejecting some amount. However much you might really need that cash. But you see, when standard is involved, you also have to reject. You have to introduce the habit of rejecting certain cash. And I believe, however much I don't, in many cases I rarely engage. I am very sure my management have engaged with many of them in either rejecting or maybe making deals, you know. Even concerts from outside. For instance, this year we had a concert for Rwanda, but because of perhaps low pay, we weren't able to. A promoter from Uganda that wanted to organize a concert in Rwanda, but then this particular person knows about how South Sudanese artists, you know, that's how they quote it. South Sudanese artists are paid certain amounts, you know, and simply because we are not that, we were not able to do that. So, yeah.
Okay, now, okay, when this happens, and you don't take the offers or you don't sign the contracts, are there some times that you sit back and think, maybe I should have taken that?
I don't have that time to think about that because I am a very busy person, you know. From Mondays to Fridays, I'm at my office working. Very engaged about organization work. From Saturdays, evening Fridays to maybe Saturdays, I am busy also trying to create content for my upcoming album. And perhaps Sundays with the family. So, you know, I don't really think there is that particular time I would think about that, because I also do not see that part maybe missing from me. The only thing I calculate is what I have. I would not calculate that. That I do not. Yeah.
In this industry, there are very many artists who would perform for no pay. And there are also artists who will perform for whatever amount you give them. What advice would you give them when you're talking about money and you're talking about value for your work?
So you see, I would say that is the value, because you know it's you that set your own standard and values. You and your management set that. I have said in many occasions, if I am performing for a local artist, supporting a local artist, let's say a launch, I would gladly do that for free. I am doing that in Hard Life concerts, and I've done that for people. I've done that for Quincy. I've done that for BT Tony. I've done that for Mapia One. I've done that for many artists. I've even done that for Frog before, when he was with me in the Frog is my boy, you know, and before. And he's someone I also accompanied to studio many times to mentor. And before he had a hit, I have willingly come for free to his concert, you know. However, I do not segregate, however much small or big or maybe medium you are. I would do that because it's a promise I've made to myself that I would willingly support local artists. Now, I would not do that when a promoter is involved, you know. When the promoter is having an event trying to get me through local artists, I cannot do that unless if it is a local artist. So, you know, sometimes all this you set by yourself. I've set this by myself and my team. So, you know, that cannot change. And if another artist think they can always, because we fall victim for a lot of what? Someone will tell you, I'm having this today, tomorrow I'm going to have a bigger one. Why won't you pay me this today? So that tomorrow when you're having a big one, you would pay bigger, you know? So I feel those artists, that is their value. They are artists that have a certain value that they cannot break, however much what is involved.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now you talked about your album. You talked about your album that is coming next. Talk to us about it.
It's going to be it's going to be one of the kind, because you've known, you have willingly put. I think the last time I had an album launch was Sukaram album. All this time it has been singles and singles and singles, from the Dubuara to the World to the. It has been singles and singles and singles. Now I feel like I am recomposed and doing different things. In this particular album also I've invited a lot of different people writing different music. For instance, Disco Fata was written by Kamba fully. Melody is written by a Tanzanian, a Kenyan, a Ugandan producer that is in Kenya, and a Tanzanian producer, the producer of Harmonize. It's called Hunter. So, you know, many songs also, we have Slaughter have also written some songs in the album. So I feel it's a different vibe, you know. Plus also other big announcement that will happen with it around December 23rd.
Okay.
Yeah.
Final words to your fans out there, to other people who follow Menimen, people who follow and love Kuzos clan. Look through the camera and sign out to them.
Yeah, I normally it's I've always say that if love starts from home, from each and every brand that we have out there, it has starts in their own country. And so with this, as South Sudanese, the bigger following you give Kuzos Clan and Menimen is what will be able to introduce us to the market. So I've always said that keep it 100% the Menimen and Kuzos Clan, and also other artists, you know, as we struggle, as we are in the struggle to make what is called the introduction to the African market.
Okay.
Yeah.
We are not going to let you go until you sing to us one of your best Menimen songs.
Any,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Wedile ana wahid, zolde kaman wedi wahid, hey, wait ajibu wahid, yaba kaman wedilo ay, jibule ana wahid, zolde kaman wedi wahid, wait ajibu wahid, abuba kaman wedilo, deleng. Yeah.
Thank you.